So we will have a rematch in our first semifinal. And speaking of rematches, we're going to have a rematch here in the quarterfinals. Magnificent Mutts and Hungry Huskies getting set to hook up for the second time in 2 days as we welcome you back just outside the Great Mall here in Milpitas. Three-Ball USA Showcase rolling right along. Kyle Montgomery here with you. Kevin Dana alongside. I was talking about that rematch from yesterday, and we saw the Hungry Huskies get a 21-15 win. Back and forth game. Both teams had their share of runs, but now revenge is on the minds of the Magnificent Mutts, who want to get a little get back and keep their hopes for $50,000 alive against the team that just smacked them in the last day of pool play.
Mutts had a lead in this game, 9-8, about midway through, but then the Huskies went on a 5-1 run. The Mutts were able to get back. It was a 15-14 game, and then the Hungry Huskies, a 6-1 run to finish that one off. Really got to think their experience down the stretch kind of helped them. Experience
down the stretch. Paris Kyles with a 7-point effort in that win. Also, Joey King continuing to dominate the competition. He's the guy that you got to focus on as we look at the highlights. He had all three guys on him sometimes, and they still couldn't do anything with him. Calvin Hermanson doing his best, but that guy is a load down there. Has some highlights, though. You know, I can't take anything away from the Magnificent Mutts. They had some plays that gave you some oohs and ahs. But when PK and company set their sights on getting to the quarterfinals, it was a wrap. And they turned to the big man, Joey King, to do most of the damage. He was a setup guy, and then Paris Kyles, of course, closing things down with the reverse. He's the 3x3 vet that I've been speaking so highly of. Former MVP of a 3x3 Masters, hooping since 2012. All around the world, he's been one of the better representatives of the game. Joey King just getting a feel for it, although he did play with Team Minnesota, who finished second at the 3x3 National Championships this year back in April in Colorado. So he does have that experience under his belt. But still, the game, I'd say, is still fairly new to him. But just his basketball acumen, I think, is lent well to him transitioning well to this 3x3 game.
Oh, we saw that acumen on display in some of the highlights you saw. He was close to 10 points in that game, and it was a lot of layups. It was like he was running a Mikan drill with a layup on one off one block, layup off the other block, bing, bang, boom. It was easy for him, but that's because he knows how to position himself well. You see him on your screen right now. This is a guy who played D1 ball in the Big Ten at Minnesota. He has played at a high level collegiately, and he's playing at a high level in 3-on-3.
You wouldn't know it because he's beasting so much down low, but his senior year he led the Gophers in three-point shooting. We've yet to see him really extend the floor. He's knocked down a couple. We'll see if he gives us a glimpse of that in this game. I think the guys are about to step off here in a second for in-game introductions as we get ready again for this quarterfinal and a rematch from yesterday. It's about to be tasty.
Oh, yeah.
Step aside for a second as Vince Chang will handle our intros before we get this one started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Starting off your Magnificent Mutts. Give it up for number 10, Henry Caruso. Next coming up, number 21, Stephen Cookie Monster Cook. Don't leave this man open because it's number 24, Calvin Sniper Hermanson. And also give it up for number 25, Spencer Wise. Your Magnificent Mutts, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and for your Hungry Huskies, number 3, Brensley Haywood. Also, number 4, Jamel Staden. A ranked 3x3 player, number 5, Paris PK Kyles. And the big fella, number 24, Joey King. All right, that's your Hungry Huskies with the Magnificent Mutts. Going right to center. Getting that coin flip. Another qualifying rhyme for the $50,000.
All right, so here we go. The hungry Huskies. We're going to see how hungry they are for the $50,000. They'll start in the white tops, Carolina blue bottoms. Meantime, in the royal blue, it's the magnificent Mutts looking for revenge. Out here, the final day of play. You got to stay on your toes. I'm going to hit you with a left or right from time to time. Look, they don't all stick. That don't mean I ain't going to keep shooting. Once again, Kyle Montgomery having an absolute ball, can you tell? Here in Milpitas, California. First ever 3-ball USA showcase is going down in the Bay. And our third quarterfinal is underway. Jamel Statton, nice hands on the D. PK over to Statton, down to King. You guessed it. King straight to work. Talking about how dominant he's been thus far for this team. He's got that telemarketer game. They have no answer for him. Meantime, a warning underneath, cannot defend in the restricted area after a made bucket to prevent the team from clearing. A rebounding team from clearing. Meantime, PK to a spot, he misses. Foul called on the shot on the Mutts. So Joey King's gonna shoot one. And again, Joey King recently played overseas in Finland and Belgium. And averaged 9 points per game, 4 collegiate seasons, 1 at Drake, 3 at the University of Minnesota. And he knocks down the free throw. Huskies out to an early 2-0 lead. Stepped on the sideline there. King gets the feed. Oh, but look at the pesky D down there from the Mutts. So what they're doing is surrounding them. And that might be a strategy that pays off. Don't let him set up shop. Spencer Weiss, 2017 Ivy League Player of the Year. He's off the mark on 2. And Statton, he can't get it to go for his squad. Now Joey open, but blows the wide open look. Weiss trying to force it down to Caruso. Nothing doing there. Now Cook defending PK. King's got it. Oh, he just left him with the spin. Froze him. I thought the mannequin challenge was last year. Take another look. Oh. Just a beautiful move. Surprised he didn't fall on his face. Meantime, Henry Caruso at the stripe after a technical is assessed to the Huskies. Caruso knocks it down. Get the Mutts on the board. They'll get possession as well. Cook takes it to the wing. PK's got him in check. Oh, Calvin Hermanson. Oh my goodness. That was deeper than empty pockets from the logo. Mud shot, 3 apiece. Then Cook defending on PK. Hermanson now, we know he can heat it up. We saw him day 1 against the Dobermans. Scored 7 straight, 15-point effort for him in that game. Was the leading scorer from day 1. So keep an eye on him as he dots the eye of Brinsley Haywood from the land of far, far away. 3 up. Couple of minutes into this one. King, oh, lost his footing. Haywood, nice pass to King. And he's dripping in finesse. 4-3, it don't make no sense. Weiss, man, he's struggling with his shot. Caruso trying to create some space. He gets it to Hermanson. Hermanson off the mark. Push called on Weiss as King was trying to establish possession, or position, I should say. And another look at the pass. Look at Brinsley. This is what Brinsley Haywood brings to the table. Understands the game at a high level. 3 appearances on the 3x3 World Tour. trailing only Paris Kyles in terms of 3x3 experience. Haywood with the air pass. 5-3. Huskies trying to make it 2 in a row against the Mutts. And with the foul, Hermanson giving Staten some face time. Another look. Staten, come get you some of that. Hermanson now at the stripe. Stole the show day one. Can he steal the show with the stakes as high as they are here on the final day? PK, oh, Weiss, he had him stumbling, but he couldn't connect. Hermanson, catch, shoot, strong. PK comes down with the rebound. Just past the 7-minute mark, it's a 1-point lead for the Mutts. PK gets to the middle of the lane, out to Haywood. Haywood down to Staten. Staten, big boy move. Staten's played all over overseas, mainly in the Middle East and Asia. So he's got that pro experience and he's got pro game. Look at the control, muscling up over Hermanson. Ties things up at 6 apiece. Again, the Mutts beating the Huskies in their final game of pool play. Caruso pulls up. He's off target. Now Staten. Joey King. Call for the travel. King's debating. It's like, I was on that pivot. Pretty sure that call was going to stand. King defending Cook. Caruso. Soft spot. Steady gets to the Cook. Cook, nice pass. King leaves his feet, and he's whistled for the foul. Caruso, the bump and the bucket. He'll have a chance for a 2-point play. And another look at the beautiful vision from Cook. And that's the fundamentals right there. As Caruso uses the old school pump fake to draw the foul. Gets to the stripe and converts. PK from a long way. Can't knock it down. Another look underneath. Look, it's intense. $50,000 on the line. Jocelyn underneath with a rebound. 8-6. And a step on the baseline. And a technical then called on Staten, who didn't like the call. So that's going to cost him a free throw attempt and possession. Our 3x3 refs, they ain't hearing it. Expect a lot of debating. Again, when you got $50,000 on the line here to the winner, spot in the quarterfinals on the line here. Try to get any edge they possibly can, even if that means getting in the ref's ear a little bit and maybe causing them to look a little bit more your way. It didn't work. So far, it gets you whistle for a tech. 3-point lead for the Mutts. Another dime, and look at Caruso. He got up higher than airport snacks prices. Two-handed dunk followed by the two-piece from Staten with the net messed up. So a nice little sequence, little back-to-back between the Mutts and the Huskies. Look at the back door, and then Caruso rising up. The two-handed boom. Caruso to Cook, straight on top of the key. He's got reservations for two as the Mutts lead 12-8. Looking for more. Here's Hermanson now. He's got a clear lane, and he lays it in. So the Mutts on a run here. 13-8, 5-point cushion on the Huskies. Hermanson right past King and scores over PK right at the rim. And PK trying to get that offense going. He's to the left on the 2-point shot. Stays 13-8. Caruso Man, he's had his imprint all over this game. And Weiss, he misses, but recovers it. And he's tied up, jump ball, so that's, again, always going to be awarded to the defense. Weiss, you see that intensity. Man, you would think that this dude was playing for $50,000. I mean, don't forget the hungry Huskies were the #1 team coming out of Pool B at 2-0. We've already seen the #1 in Pool A, no besides Serbia, lose. Will this be the next top dog to fall? And in their hopes of 50,000 wow? Well, we got 4 minutes and 57 seconds to see. Or again, the first to 21 wins it. 13-9 now after the made free throw. Staten defending. Up top, Cook. Over to Weiss. Weiss working on Haywood. And he gives him that work. 9-14. I'm still in the singing mood. It's a great day of play here in Milpitas. Can't wait to see who earns the $50,000. We got a battle here. The Huskies try to fight back in it. They got the upper hand on the Mutts yesterday. King leaves his feet. Haywood got a good look. Buckets. Haywood thought about it again, a little jab step. That's a kick ball. So another look at that last deuce from Haywood. Catch, shoot, splash. 14-11, 3-point lead for the Mutts. Going to King again. King looking a little bit winded. They depend on him so much offensively. Staten beat on the move, the quick move from Cook to the rack. And now Staten setting up. He tries to get one to Cook, but Cook got a hand on that. He's gonna clear it to the corner and quickly launch the two. Bang, bang. 17-11. Haywood, stop, but couldn't get the pop. So the Mutts in control, 6-point lead. Hermanson, jab stepping, King. Ooh, and it goes right up the front of the rim. Haywood to King. King loses his footing and tried the trick shot from his knees. It's deflected and over to the Mutts. Cook down to Caruso. Caruso back to Cook. Cook, oh, lost Haywood with the up fake. Got to the rack yet again. And the Mutts continue to add to the lead. So what do you know? It's the Mutts dominating the Thoroughbreds. Hermanson no good. King now trying it from the corner, and he knocked down a big two that keeps the pulse going for the Huskies. But oh, wait a minute. Hermanson with the answer. 20-16, Mutts with game point. Caruso could end it here. He lets the two fly. Misses Hermanson, near rebound. Haywood now to King. King step back two. He tries to go back to back, but he misses. And a foul called. I think that's on King. Caruso down. And only team foul number 3 on the Huskies, so no free throws. Another look at Hermanson's last two. Open sesame. He's gonna make you pay every time you leave him that wide open. Hermanson starts the possession, passes, gets it on the wing, hands it off to Wise. Wise with a hand up. So what? So what? He drops Staten off, and it's 22-14 the way it ends. The Mutts on to the semifinals as they get revenge on the previously undefeated Huskies. So the Mutts show up and keep the $50,000 hopes alive here in Milpitas outside the Great Mall. It's been some great ball, and there's more to come when we come back. Don't you go nowhere. More hoops when we continue. Welcome back as the Mutts were magnificent devouring the hungry Huskies in the quarterfinals 22-14. Let's get it to Kevin Dana, who's on the court with Calvin Hermanson and Caruso, Mr. Hops, after the win.
All right, Calvin, you guys played this team yesterday, lost 21-15. Different result this time around. You hit more twos this time, but outside of that, what was the difference between the two games?
I mean, yeah, shots went down in this game and they didn't yesterday, but we made the adjustments to just be more physical in general. They kind of beasted us on the inside yesterday, so we just wanted to make an adjustment there. And I think we did well. I mean, I think we sent a message being physical right away, and they didn't get too many easy ones.
Speaking of physicality and inside presence, Henry, you had one of the highlights of this game, the big two-handed slam. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, me and my teammate drove the lane, and I was able to get a good angle and finish strong. But I just think, like what Calvin said, I mean, physicality, being a little tougher than yesterday was definitely an emphasis. And, you know, for this game, we matched the challenge.
You guys got down 3-0 early before you really turned it on. At what point in this game did you realize, all right, we have what it takes to get past these guys?
I think early on, I mean, we were fouling. We were just being more physical. I think we just felt better. I mean, we went down yesterday, but today when we were down, like, it didn't feel out of reach. And, you know, once shots started falling, we were right there.
And, Henry, potentially 2 more games for you guys. You're going to have to play 3 games to win $50,000 today. What's the key to trying to conserve as much energy as possible for this big stretch?
Yeah, we're going to have to get a little bit of rest here before our next game. I think, you know, we got like an hour layoff, so we'll rest up, get ready, and 3-on-3 is tough. It's physical, it's exhausting, so we got to be ready to take on the next team.
Congrats, guys. Best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Kyle, take it away.
All right, appreciate you, Kev, and congratulations once again to the magnificent Mutts who got some revenge on the hungry Huskies. We take a look back at the highlights in this one. Talked about Calvin Hermanson and what those guys just said about coming out with the right mentality, understanding what's at stake. Hermanson, and he showed out day one. I think he made great plays on both ends of the floor in this one. I thought he was solid defensively underneath on Joey King, who had been dominating the tournament. Saw King get a little bit frustrated in this game, whistle for a couple of fouls, and then Henry Caruso going up top for us, giving us a little tasty two-handed smash. And Weiss getting in on the action as well for the Mutts as they seek revenge, and they get it against a previously undefeated hungry Huskies team. It was a group effort. Sharon is Karen as they walk away with the 22-15 win and lock down their spot in the semifinals. So who's it going to be to round out the semis? Leaping Labradors or Team All-America? A 2-3 matchup in our final quarterfinal before we move on to the semis. It's starting to heat up here on the final day of play. Got a dunk contest coming up as well later. You want to stick around for that. It's turned up here in Milpitas. The action continues on the other side of this break. Don't you go nowhere.